The T train is out of Wisconsin, had a splendid summer in Wisconsin. We are now headed south and we have stopped at 1,000 Trails Park in Illinois. This is in Amboy, Illinois. It's called O'Connell's RV Campground. It is a former Yogi Bear Jellystone park. There's little reminders of that throughout the park. There's your 1,000 Trails flag and instructions on how to come in here. It's very rural here at O'Connell's. Right out of the gate here, you have a beach area for sitting and a swimming lake with buoys to let you know how far you need to go out. It is a pretty good sized pond, really. And so that building right there does have restrooms, and the office staff is inside of that building. There's some vending, and you will get your information about checking in. I got mine through text and never saw a single soul on the way in. No paperwork, just a code with instructions, and we will show you the gate. And there's a lot of golf cart rentals that you can have as well. And this is a massive park. Even the introduction here is long, but this is a big park. Lots of seasonals or annuals, not sure if they're a mix of both, but the RV section is also huge. Two or three different sections for RVs. And again, this is very rural. You're gonna pass by a whole bunch of nothing on the way in to get here, except for lots of fields and of course a lot of corn. All right, so once you're pulling in here, you did see a sign that said something about a seasonal lane. So this is the other side of this office, this check-in office. So people that do have seasonals here are going to have their own lane. And there's a RV lane over there. You can see it's got the small monitor, keypad, plus the one above it for people that can't reach down that far. This is going to be your out gate only, and tons of golf cart rentals to be had right there. All right, so you've made it in, and we're on the other side of the beach now in this pond as I'm getting pulled around by my dogs. And you'll see right out of the gate, you've got some tent camping that you can do right here on this pond. That goes on through those hills right there. You'll start seeing your seasonals, and there are a ton of seasonals, park homes, and other outfits as well. Okay, so they have seasonals and annuals, just like I said, I guess. So a little further in, some instructions on where the park will take you. You've got the camp store and park models. Red will signify water and electric camp, so no sewer. You've got green, which is water and electric campsites, and a primitive tent area. So lots of tenting, lots of options inside of here, and we will continue to move along. There's also cabins, 3 pools, which are all closed right now, a water slide, a lot to do here. All right, this park has a ton of geese in it, and it'll take over some yards if you're not here. They're everywhere. So with that comes their droppings, just FYI, and you'll see all that in the road, and your dog will be taking a look at it and all that. So cabins up there, those look cute. Whole bunch of them actually, mixed in with some seasonal action or annual. Toss in a basketball goal right here. And again, lots of stuff to do here at O'Connell's. Okay, so we've gone a little further in, and you can see all the geese watching us right here. Okay, there's your green primitive tent camping. Looks like you get a little bit of water right there. That's okay. Over here, you will see as the park starts to divide a little bit, there's some red stanchions as well. Those do have water and electric. These green ones appear to have water and electric too, but irregardless, if you want to come tent here, then you'll have many options. The first pool is going to be over there with some kids rec, which we'll check out. But as it stands right now, we're right in the middle of a bunch of cabins that can be had, or park homes, actually. These are some cabins There's some kids rec right here. Okay, there's a stage down through here. There's another pool and the store over there. We'll see all this at some point. This just gives you a point of reference about where we are in the middle of the park. And we have not seen hardly anyone here tenting. It has been a little bit warm. The only thing that we've seen happening in here is the geese. Okay, first pool. So this is on the right-hand side of the park as you come in. There's your Yogi Bear reminder, one of them, one of several. And cabins. This is the playfield pool and bathhouse. Clearly restrooms and bathhouse inside of here. You'll start to see some RVs. This is not really the RV section per se. It's smaller, surrounded by park homes for rent and cabins. Take a look here at, it's a pretty good sized building, by the way. And the pools are all closed, just FYI. I think they closed them right after Labor Day, so we just missed that. They were still open right now. People would be in them every day because it's been warm. But this one has a hot tub. And it's nice that they have different pools because of the size of the park. And you don't have to worry about everyone going to one pool or having to go too far to get in a pool. So it looks like a pretty good sized pool. And we'll move on from here. Okay, we're headed to sort of the center of O'Connell's. You can see the big giant slide down there, but row housing really is the theme here for RVing. And some people are gonna get put next to park homes. Cute, pretty one right there. And you will get your seasonals, people that have set up like a seasonal right there. There's that primitive tent camping that we were talking about over there with that aqua banner, which is the stage. So over here by this slide, we're gonna find lots of things. Okay, I'll hammer down a point here. This is basically what the RVing looks like. It reminds me of going to like an athletic game, tailgating. It's just rows and rows in the open. Okay, full connections though, great. And so you don't have a whole lot of space between you and the person next to you. And they'll stack them deep, sell them cheap, lots of grass. That's what the grass parking is. There is no gravel or asphalt parking for RVing. Okay, the Family Fun Center. So it's just an activities building. So you've got, you've got books and board games, and it is next to the arcade. I have not been in the arcade yet, but I heard that it's good. And there's that water slide, which is awesome, but that's closed down right now. And we're gonna go get right up in next to that and show you some more of the park. Okay, right up against the water slide, which is closed, but that is a pretty neat little thing to have in a park, isn't it? Right? So, okay. And don't know what this was gonna be here. This thing that's gated, fenced off. Not sure, but that looks like an outdoor movie theater right over there. Okay. And rows and rows of park homes for rent. All right, and back behind there is the town hall and cafe. There's some kids rec right there and another swimming pool. Okay, back behind the stage, you'll find a soccer field and some very nice sand, by the way. So it's 2 sand volleyball courts. And we're back here with a bunch of seasonals is what it looks like. There's the outdoor movie theater. They actually call this the O'Connell's outdoor theater and stage. There's a like a hayride deal that they do here and parades. So this is where they'll line up people for parades and hayrides. There is a festival coming up called it's based on Halloween, but they just had some sort of like Apple Festival or something. We just missed that, but the next festival is the Scarecrow Festival for Halloween. Okay, got us a nice park home right there. As you can see, it looks fairly new as we enter, and I'm not kidding you guys. See this big field here. This park continues There's no amenities back through here, but I just wanted to give you an idea of where we are. This is the 5,000 loop. So if you start at the office tent site 1, you will work your way into the 5,000s. That's how many spots I believe are here to be had in every single form of staying, right? So we did not get put back there, and there's not a stitch of shade back there. It looks like they're trying to grow some trees, which is nice, but it's just rows and rows and rows and rows of commuters with the occasional seasonal back there. All right, moving along here, point of reference, there's the slide again. Okay, we went all behind these park homes and gave you the soccer field and the stage, the movie theater, the 5,000s. Okay, we're making our way to the back of the park where we are, by the way. This is the second pool that we found, all right? And the laundry is just right over there with that little tiny little blue sign. Okay, the bathrooms here, the shower houses, are very nice. I don't know if they're new. Oh, by the way, there's a tiny hot tub right there. You can see it, right? And also Debo's, yes, Debo from Friday Cafe. That's only open on Friday and Saturday. I got to meet Mr. Debo, and I'll show you exactly where that is in this building. We won't be able to go in because I do have the dogs, but the cafe is part of the kind of like the town hall where they could get large get-togethers. So that's where people, when they order food, that's where they're going to eat. Okay, front of the town hall, and as you can see, there is the entrance to Debo's. Is going to be right on the other side to the left of that Debo sign right there. Okay, and important to note, so that whole building is where you would sit if you're, the cafe is just inside of those 2 double doors, but there's another entrance right over there. The food is heavy Mexican food, believe it or not, which is great. And then the other side of that is going to be like wraps and fries and some sandwiches. They don't have any burgers, but you can get a couple different wraps. And we did have Mexican food. I got to tell you, it was extremely good. Just right past the town hall and Debo's is the dumpsters, and that's important because all of these dumpsters are going to be where all of your main trash will go. They do have small receptacles throughout the park for, you know, dog waste and small things like that. I do also want to mention that Debo's has partnered with someone who does baked goods, so you get cookies and lots of different ice creams and desserts. All right, and just past Debo's is where we got put, right over here in this section. We're close to the dog park. This is the 2000s, basically, and it's just row housing. There's hardly any shade. There's a couple spots that do have some shade. They're going to be with some more commuters, and then just past the town hall over here, you will have more seasonals, and the lake is back behind here with some fantastic trails that are right behind us that lead back into all that. We're going to take a look at all that as well. All right, so today we're taking you back behind the T train where we're staying, right? And it's a desert during the week. This is the dog area right over there behind that motor coach. This area is very, very quiet during the week, as is those areas for RVs by the slides. And today we were going to go and head down into the trails and show you the rest of the park. All right, so this road right here is going to take you into the trails, and lots of golf carts. You could take some vehicles down here because there is, looks like back in the day, tent camping with a bathhouse. Not for certain if that bathhouse is open or not. I doubt it. I haven't seen anyone tenting down here because there's other places to tent. But irregardless, great place to go walk and backside of the lake, and also golf cart. Halfway into the road, you can see the lake there. Okay, it gets even nicer on the other side. Way across there's the bridge. We will be taking a shot from that bridge as we go a little deeper inside of the trails. Nice and shaded back here, and as you can see, you've got different trails running in different directions. Okay, this one's called Trisha's Trail. But you can go closer to the lake, you can go away from the lake, and I imagine that these loop around this cornfield over here and get you back over to the bathhouse where you'll see an exit or an entry for trail. Okay, a little further in, you can see that there are signs of life. There's actually a couple of water spigots that are available through here, but you will see some picnic tables, places where fires were had. Some places actually have pits. But yeah, massive area to do lots of walking, golf carting, and it looks like tenting. All right, so we've gotten through the trails, and this has clearly all been shut down. So none of that is open. Little cabins back here are probably not used. There's the exit or entry around that cornfield as part of the trails. And so I don't think they're putting anyone back here, quite honestly, especially if there's no bathhouse. But I bet it used to be a lot of fun back here because you could get large groups together and have a fire and just tent. At any rate, still a great place to come back here and have a little adventure. Okay, so that's a nice little place to sit down and have some lunch and look at the lake. And we're going to walk around the lake back into the main area, start seeing some seasonals and the store. And there's a bunch of stuff that's right around the store for adults and kids. All right, other side of the lake, as you can see, it's pretty good size. And paddle boats are available for this. I haven't seen anyone on here yet, but you can see that is the store way over there. And that'll get you your paddle boat. And of course, we'll talk about some other amenities that are inside of there. Seasonals line the lake as they should. And we're headed into that general direction now. Okay, so we've gotten over the bridge to get you back into the park from the other side of the lake. There's some of that red tent camping we saw on the sign earlier in the video. We're now on the left-hand side of the grounds. Okay, that's your third swimming pool. Scarecrow Festival's coming up, like I mentioned. Store, it's great shaded areas to sit there and have lunch. The camp store, right? So propane, ice, firewood, snacks. Remember, the food is going to be at Debo's on Friday and Saturday. Cabins for rent. And all down in here is seasonals / annuals. Okay. All right, third pool, which of course is closed down this late in the year, even though it's not even October yet and it's hot. They're shutting this thing down probably after Labor Day weekend. So you've got your pool, you have your hot tub. There's propane that can be had here. You can see right over there. The front of the store, once again, souvenirs, snacks, vending, that type of thing. Okay. And ice, firewood, again, great place to sit down. You want to get your paddle boat in there, but on the other side of this guy is your 18-hole putting green. Looks like a nice little track right here. Okay. Some good shade to be had as well. Some kids rec on the other side of that. And that is a bathhouse right over there. And we'll actually get on the other side of this mini putt and give you another look. A shot of the lake and the paddle boats. Doesn't look like a lake that I would get in, but they do have the one that you would get in over by the front of the office when you came in that we saw. Now, we were way back in there and walked all the way around the perimeter of the lake. And on the other side here, it's a nice big kids rec area. There's a stand for paddle boat and kayak rentals right there. I haven't seen this open yet, so I imagine you just get that in the office. But when it's super busy, they probably just post someone here. Bathhouse over there. And this whole area right here, behind the kids' rec, is for performances. There's that stage. Can't rightly remember the name of the festival that was here before we got here. But they do have the Scarecrow Festival coming up. Another basketball goal. That's super. And as noted, trash cans every blue moon if you need them. All right, lots of shade, a few places to sit down amongst all these seasonals over here. This is all seasonals. Go keep walking past these seasonals will take us to our spot, okay? And you can see there is a ton of geese down here today. Whoop. There you go. They're waiting for us to make our next move, which is leaving them alone. Okay, one bonus for staying at O'Connell's here in this open area. What a great sunset. Look at that. Gorgeous. Okay, so the T-train got put out here by the dog park. So this is at the very end of the park. And we've had neighbors come and go on both sides and behind. But as of right now, there's no one here going into the weekend, so it will be full. Right through there, you can see the lake, which we showed you some fantastic views of. This is a full connection. There is no shade here in this area here. But we did go full dog fence and master canopy. And the dog area is going to be right over and there. It's not enclosed, but it is identified as the dog area. So you can take your dogs over in there and just make sure that they're leashed because, again, no fencing. And so the utility side over here, I'll give you a good look at this. It's all grass too, by the way. So you're parking on grass, massive park, but utility side is full connection, like I said, and is working out great. So had a good stay here. It was a 2-week stay. The no shade thing was a bit of an issue, running our AC during the day, but not at night. It does get cool in the evenings. And we have been about 85 during the day here in mid-September. So hope you enjoyed it. Safe travels to you and your family. Roll on T-Train. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a bald eagle here in Amboy. There he is right there. Baldy. Hi. Hi.